Hello folks, Rob MaximumRD back again. It was just several hours ago, my last video, which was a response to Rich of ReviewTechUSA.com. Yeah, this is actually a surprise video for me. So I'm hoping not to have the same issues I had in my last video, which was a little bit too much space above my head. I didn't frame the video properly. And the other thing was that I was having an issue with the autofocus of the camera just constantly going in and out. So I'm hoping that I'm centered enough and that it's at a good distance, that I'm framed properly to avoid those issues. But anyways, this is another surprise video that I wasn't expecting to do. But sometimes, you know, it happens. Because of this, got buzzed up, and it was the postman saying that he had a package for me, and I didn't know what it could be until I thought about it, and then also realizing that this is from a fellow Canadian known as Midnight Synergy. That's Midnight Synergy on AtariAge. I know, AtariAge. Yes, I make a lot of deals and trades, and well, no, actually I don't make any trades. What am I talking about? I make a lot of deals on AtariAge. I buy a lot of stuff from people on AtariAge because they're all fellow gamers and collectors. They get it. They're in the hobby. So this, once again, was a great deal and offer from a fellow forum member, and in this case fellow Canadian. This one looks like originating from Regina. I said Regina. So yeah, that's great. I love getting stuff from fellow Canadians anytime I can, any chance I get. First of all, it was a pretty heavy box, and very well packed. Very, very well packed. And in this case, it was pretty much for the cost of shipping. Let's see here, for the cost of shipping. Yeah, about the cost of shipping. Close enough. I got the contents of this box, basically. So let me go through each specific item and show you. It's just basically, it's a mix of Atari and Commodore related items. Maybe more of one than the other. Just kind of odds and ends. I guess these were just extra items that he felt he no longer had a need for, and so just put them all together into one package. And I figured, what the heck? I likes me some Commodore, and I likes me some Atari. So here are the items. Okay, from Z-Tech, a printer interface for Commodore computers. Instruction manual. I do have Commodore computers, that in this case being Commodore 64s. I have two models. I don't have a printer, but hey, you never know. Some things can be for sale or trade later on. Once again, as I go through organizing my collection, deciding what I want and don't want, what areas of my collection that I'm going to pursue, and other areas that I'm going to pass on, I put things together, and who knows. There's the manual, and here's the actual item. Z-Tech Graphics AT for Atari computers. Let me see here. Atari? And this is a printer interface for Commodore. Z-Tech. Okay, well, I'm not quite sure what's going on yet. Maybe, I don't know, might be a mismatched manual with the actual item. But again, that's fine. It's all something new to me, so there it is. This is some type of add-on accessory. It looks like for printers. If any of you have more knowledge of this item than I do, which would be any knowledge at all, leave your comments, let me know what you think. Alrighty. So on here it says Z-Tech Graphics AT. Is that for Atari? I'm not quite sure. Well, then it says for Atari computers. But this manual is Z-Tech Super Graphics Junior, a printer interface for Commodore computers. So yeah, I think we have mismatched item here. But again, these are odds and ends, and it was kind of like just a grab bag of items for the price of shipping. So whatever. So let's see what else. So here for the Commodore VIC-20, I have a binder. And this is Home Calculation Program Pack. Expense Calendar 1 and 2, Home Inventory 1 and 2, Loan and Mortgage Calculator 1 and 2, Personal Finance 1 and 2, Personal Finance 3 and 4, VIC Typewriter, Typing Tutor. It should be said that I don't have a VIC-20. I don't have a Commodore VIC-20. That is one I wouldn't mind having. I like the Commodore computers. The only thing is, I want a Commodore VIC-20, but I want an accessory known as the Mega Card, I believe it's called. Mega Card for the VIC-20. Basically, that's the majority of all the software made for the system on a single cartridge. Unfortunately, I hear a lot these days that people who order these seem to wait forever to receive one. So I haven't sprung for it yet, and I'm a little nervous about it. But anyways, there you go. I'll probably hold on to this at least until I have a VIC-20. I do have a cassette drive for my Commodore computers, which my 64s, which should be usable on the VIC-20 also, pretty sure. So there you go. That's the collection of home finance and inventory calculation programs for the Commodore VIC-20. Alright, moving on. Again, for the Commodore VIC-20, Computer Educator, Physics Book 1. Wow, look at that. Cool binder, definitely. Like that. And again, a bunch of cassettes for a data set drive. Yes, the old way of loading programs, one of the oldest ways of loading from cassette tape. Quite interesting there. And inside the Physics Book 1 instructions on how to load these onto your Commodore VIC-20. Another paper here. This book contains 6 learning cassettes. I find stuff like this just interesting. You know, obviously, would I be using it for my personal finances today? Well, no. But I just find it an interesting part of computing history. There. So those were a couple Commodore items. Lots of Commodore items, actually. Mostly Commodore VIC-20 items. Oh, looks almost like the other one. Recreation Program Pack. Blue Meanies from Outer Space. Oh, some games, okay. Biorhythm Compatibility. Car Chase. Slither. Super Slither. Space Math. Sounds like an educational title there. Space Math. Not just math, but space math. Woo! VIC-21 Casino Style Blackjack. So this is pretty much, I guess, like an entertainment pack for the Commodore VIC-20. Again, really cool. Nice binder. Original documentation there. Coolio. I will say, all this stuff appears to be in excellent condition too. That's another cool thing. Excellent condition, clean, very nice. Okay, now what else? What else? Okay, here. Oh, this is a book, guide. Kids and the VIC. I think I got to get myself a Commodore VIC-20 now at some point. A kid's book for grown-ups? You bet. This book teaches children of all ages how to understand and use the Commodore VIC-20. Kids and the VIC was designed to lead them gently, yet quickly, into the world of VIC Basic. Yeah. Alright, so, cool. There we go. By Edward H. Carlson, Department of Physics and Astronomy. Wow. There you go. It's a book about Commodore VIC Basic. Wow. Cool. Moving on. I'll just show you these loose parts that I have. Just make sure double check, make sure there's nothing in the paper here. I'd kick myself if I accidentally threw something out. What is this? Oh, this looks like it might have been a photocopy. Joe Gluck, Babel, APX, Atari Program Exchange. User-written software for Atari home computers. Okie doke. And what else? Oh, this is just all stapled together. Looks like the same thing. Bill Williams. Help Sam the salmon swim upstream to spawn. 1 to 4 players, ages 8 and up. Program and manual for Atari home computers. Alright, not much to see there. Just, again, some more documentation. What's this one for? Anthill. Anthill by Steve Bitterolf. Bitrolf. Something like that. User instructions. Game overview. You and a friend are at the bottom of a subterranean anthill. Their air is thinning out rapidly. Enough of this exploring. You say to each other, it's time to split. Again, just documentation and instructions. And finally, the biggest manual here. William Graham, 747 Landing Simulator. Landing Simulator, yes. There we go. Interesting. Will I ever get to play or run these programs? I don't know, but it does look like I'll need to get myself a Commodore VIC-20 and which Atari computers are these for? Atari 400, 800. Well, I have an 800. Well, it's an 800 XL, but yeah, I don't have a cassette player for my Atari computers. At least I don't think I do. I don't think I do. So, oh, sorry, no, it wouldn't be a cassette player in this case. It would be a Quizmaster manual right there, and it looks like I would require a 5.5 inch. I believe that's a 5.5 inch, right? 5.25 inch, something like that. The well, it's the floppies we had before 3.5 inch. That's for sure. So, and that's when they were actually a lot more floppier. Magnetic media. Wow. There we go. And entertainment Atari Program Exchange Getaway. Find the loot and stash it in your hideout before the law nabs you. Atari 410 program recorder. Diskette, Atari 8 to 10 disk drive. And here we go. Another diskette. Like the other one. No way of testing or loading these at this point in time. And there's a box for that. Atari Program Exchange. There we go. Diskette. And that's it. It's just a little Commodore and mostly Commodore and Atari bundle. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Rob MaximumRD out.